Hey there, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the More Than Social podcast. Can you believe that we are just about in the final stretch of the year? Like, wild, isn't it? If you are hustling to hit those Q4 goals, I am right there with you. With just about 90 days left in the year, I am gearing up to really make these 90 days count. If you are new to the More Than Social community, a big welcome to you. Sharing space with amazing entrepreneurs just like yourself is a total blast. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Lisa Ann, your podcast host and your partner in crime, really when it comes to building your business online. And today we are diving into another question straight from our community. But before we jump into the details, let me just bring you up to speed on what the game plan is for this entire month. These episodes are all about tackling questions I've been getting over the past few weeks in the community. So let's cut right to the chase. Today, we are talking about the magic of repurposing your email sequences to create content for social media, blogs, even video content. It's about putting all of your hard work and effort into more marketing material. But first, let's get on the same page, okay? Imagine this. I've locked myself in my room and I'm cozy up in bed, typing away, just crafting the perfect email to invite people to my upcoming webinar. The excitement is really real, just like that feeling before going on a completely new trip. But guess what? Those emails that you've been putting your heart and soul into, they are more than just words. They're more than just an email sitting in someone's inbox. They are potential content gold mines really waiting to be explored. It's called repurposing. Now, most people look at repurposing with YouTube videos, blogs, or even podcast episodes like I'm doing here, but emails can be used as well. If you want to know how to turn that one email into a whole bunch of content, here is exactly what I do. What you want to do is pick out the juiciest bits, the excitement, the personal stories, those aha moments. Those are your social media gold mines. Share tidbits of really what's cooking. Toss in some personal stories. Educate your audience and make it kind of feel like a sneak peek into your world. Oh, and let's not forget about having some fun. Remember that time that you accidentally yelled at your partner to get you food during a really serious meeting and you thought that you were on mute, but you actually weren't? Yep. We've all been there, so don't worry, but that is the kind of stuff that makes you relatable. So sprinkle in some of those funny, embarrassing moments that makes you you. Humor is a secret weapon to really creating bonds that actually stick. When you pick out those bits from your emails, you can easily turn them into those social media content. Tweak it slightly so it always has a hook, value, and call to action. Those actually are the 3 layers to a successful social media post, by the way. And you can most likely take one email and break it down into 3, sometimes 5, sometimes even more social media posts, especially if we are talking about using the entire invite emails for your webinar. You can use that content to post on social media to actually invite your warm audience to register for that webinar too. Then you are hitting your warm audience through social media, but you're also hitting them through emails. Now, another way that you can repurpose these emails is actually through a blog. So typically, or at least how I write all of my emails, I share a lot of stories, tips, and strategies on one specific topic. You can grab all of those pieces and use them as a framework for your next blog. You can just fill in the gaps wherever it is that you need to do that, and even use that to get people to register for your webinar. Now, if you are going to use it from a lead generation side of things for a webinar, I suggest linking it to something that is evergreens, always available, versus live. And the last one you can do is use it for video content. So instead of having someone read the story or tips that you put in the emails, use that as your script for a video. Post that video on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, Pinterest, you name it. There's lots that you can do from all of the hard work you have already put in. Plus, repurposing emails isn't just about copy and pasting. It's about keeping your vibe consistent across all the different platforms, showing up in multiple places for your audience, and simplifying your marketing strategy. That is what I'm all about. So ask yourself, are you spending too much time and effort creating content for your business? Your emails are like your baseline. And now it's time to use it across the board. If you're loving the idea of repurposing your email content, and really who wouldn't love that idea, let me share a few more tips to help you squeeze every single drop of value out of your hard work that you've already put in. So tip number 1, break it down. Okay, so I did mention this slightly earlier, but do not think that you have to repurpose an entire email in one go. Break it down into bite-sized pieces. Then you can share those little pieces across the board. Turn it into those Instagram stories, even. I didn't mention that. But the quick tip that you slipped in at the end of your email, that can be put on threads, even, just to give you another idea. But by breaking down your emails, you're creating a bunch of content that is ready to be shared across platforms in different ways. Tip number 2, mix it up. Okay. There is a lot of places that we can post online. So variety, that is the key, especially when it comes to your content. So don't just limit yourself to one type of repurposing. Doesn't mean take your emails and just put it into a blog. You can use that same story for an Instagram story, a blog post. You can then turn it into a video. You can then finally pull out the key points and use that on social media. Your audience is going to consume content in so many different ways. So here you can touch on different pieces and hit them at different levels. Now, tip number 3, create evergreen gold. Okay. So remember, not all your content has an expiration date. Some emails, they really contain content or tips and stories and strategies that people can benefit from down the road from now. It does not mean that you have to use it right now. So creating evergreen blogs, posts, videos, lead magnets, that way your content remains relevant and you can actually use it in the long run. Tip number 4, use a teaser strategy. So this one is fun because you actually get to keep your audience curious. When you're repurposing content, tease them with little snippets and insights. It then direct them back to the original email or encourage them to join your email list for more information or more tips. So this not only drives engagement, but it also helps you establish this cohesive message that ties in all of your platforms together. And lastly, tip number 5, I want you to really repurpose with purpose. Wow. Repurpose with purpose. Say that 5 times fast. Regardless, every single piece of content that you are repurposing, make sure it has a purpose. Is it educational? Are you entertaining them? Are you inspiring them? Now, before you actually share it out into the world, just ask yourself, what value is this content providing? If it aligns with your audience needs or your interests, absolutely you're on the right track. But I would assume that it does, because with your emails and really actually all of your content, all of your marketing, it should be speaking to one specific person, a dream client. So email marketing, it is such a powerful tool, but I find most overlook it. So since you are still with me on this episode, I know you must have put in time. You're putting the effort into your email marketing game. Just want to say kudos to you. I am so proud of you. I hope today really just showed you some new ways that you can use your email content. More importantly, I hope it helps you simplify your marketing as a whole. If you have any questions about your email marketing, of course, feel free to reach out to me at any time. You can find me on social media at Lisa Ann Coaching. Now, if you're looking for more tips on growing your email list, make sure to click the link that's in the show notes and get access to my complete email marketing guide. But a big thanks again for hanging out with me today. If this episode helped you in any capacity, please share it with a fellow entrepreneur and let's all really help each other grow in the online world. So I'll see you next week. Bye for now.